Ratings for American Pickers fall without Frank Fritz. Hello everyone, my name is Alana B. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. American Pickers has been one of the most successful reality TV shows in history, captivating millions of viewers with its unique blend of treasure hunts, history, and quirky personalities. The show, which debuted in 2010 on the History Channel, made Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz household names as they scoured the country for rare and valuable antiques, finding hidden gems in people's barns, attics, and backyards. Fans loved the chemistry between the two hosts, and it became one of the most watched reality shows in its genre. But recently, American Pickers has been facing a crisis. The ratings have been plummeting, and it seems there's one key reason behind the dramatic dip: the absence of Frank Fritz. After years of watching Mike and Frank team up on screen, viewers were stunned when Frank was suddenly sidelined in 2020, leaving fans to wonder, has the show lost its magic? What has happened to the dynamic that made American Pickers a hit? The decline in ratings may have more to do with Frank Fritz's departure than fans initially realized. Here's why. In 2020, Frank Fritz, one of the original co-stars of American Pickers, was noticeably absent from several episodes, sparking widespread speculation among fans. At the time, the show's producers stated that Frank was taking some time off for health reasons, but as the weeks and months passed, it became clear that Frank was not returning. Fans were devastated. Many took to social media, expressing their sadness over the change, and some even vowed to stop watching without the original duo. In a candid interview later, Frank revealed that he was let go from the show, adding that he was never properly informed or given a farewell. While the departure may have been amicable on the surface, the lack of closure for both Frank and the fans left a void that has been felt ever since. Despite the official explanation, many viewers sensed that something more was going on behind the scenes, leading to a shift in how they viewed the show moving forward. Ratings, once sky-high, started to drop shortly after Frank's absence, and it's no secret that his chemistry with Mike Wolfe was a huge part of what made the show so successful. One of the reasons American Pickers became a phenomenon was the unique chemistry between Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz. Their dynamic was unlike any other reality TV duo. Mike, the more serious and business-minded picker, contrasted perfectly with Frank's laid-back, humorous, and free-spirited approach. Their playful banter, inside jokes, and different picking styles made for entertaining television. Without Frank, the show has struggled to recapture that magic. Mike Wolfe, while charismatic on his own, simply doesn't have the same dynamic with the new cast members, such as Mike's brother, Robbie Wolfe, or Danielle Colby, who has taken on a larger role. Fans have noted that the new pairing just doesn't click the same way, leaving many to feel that the show is missing something essential. The chemistry that made the show so enjoyable is hard to replicate, and as a result, many longtime fans have lost interest. Some viewers have even gone as far as to claim that American Pickers is now just another show, without the iconic duo of Mike for themselves. American Pickers has seen a significant dip in ratings since Frank's departure. For years, the show was one of the highest-rated programs on the History Channel, often drawing millions of viewers per episode. However, after the shift in the cast, those numbers began to drop. In 2021 and 2022, American Pickers saw a considerable decline in viewership. According to recent reports, the ratings were down nearly 30% in comparison to earlier seasons, leading many to wonder whether the show can recover. While the producers have tried to salvage the show by introducing new characters and shifting the focus of the narrative, the magic that once made it a fan favorite seems to be slipping away. Why are the ratings falling? The most obvious answer is Frank's absence. Fans who had been tuning in for years to see the classic Mike and Frank dynamic were disheartened by the change. As a result, many viewers have abandoned the show entirely. Additionally, as the show evolves and becomes more focused on the drama between the pickers, rather than the fascinating treasures they uncover. The show's core fan base has become disillusioned. Another key reason for the ratings decline is the shift in the show's tone. Early on, American Pickers was a fresh take on the reality TV genre. It was more about the hunt for antiques than it was about manufactured drama. Mike and Frank's adventures were exciting because they explored history and found rare treasures that made viewers feel like they were part of the journey. But in recent seasons, the show has leaned more heavily into interpersonal drama, an element that some fans feel was unnecessary. From behind-the-scenes conflicts to personal disagreements between cast members, American Pickers has started to feel less like a treasure-hunting show and more like a drama-filled reality series. Fans are tuning out, frustrated that the focus has shifted away from the picking. This change in tone, combined with the absence of Fritz, has left many fans feeling that the show has lost its original appeal. They want to see more of the classic picking adventures and less of the forced drama. With Frank's departure, Mike Wolfe has been left to carry the show on his own, and while he's still a skilled picker and the face of American Pickers, he's struggled to fill the void left by his longtime friend and co-star. Some fans have criticized Mike for not doing more to bring back the magic of the early seasons. Others have argued that the show's direction is too far gone to return to its former glory. Despite these struggles, Mike has remained dedicated to keeping the show going. He's introduced new cast members, including his brother Robbie, who has appeared in several episodes. However, the addition of new faces has not managed to rekindle the old spark. Robbie, though personable and enthusiastic, does not have the same chemistry with Mike that Frank did. In fact, many fans argue that it's not just about the cast, it's about the essence of the show itself. Without Fritz's unique energy, American Pickers may never be able to regain its former popularity. Some viewers have even gone as far as to say that it's time for the show to end. As of now, there's still hope among fans that Fritz could return to the show. After all, he was an integral part of American Pickers, and his return could help the show regain its lost ratings. In fact, many fans have started petitions and launched social media campaigns urging Frank to come back. Some have even suggested that Frank and Mike could reunite for a special episode to see if the old chemistry can be recaptured. However, Frank's return is uncertain. While he's expressed interest in returning to the show in the past, there's been no official confirmation that he'll be back, and even if Frank were to return, it's unclear whether the show could return to its former glory, given how much has changed in the meantime. The future of American Pickers is hanging in the balance. The ratings decline, coupled with Fritz's absence, has left the show in a precarious position. While Mike Wolfe and the new cast members are trying their best to keep the show afloat, many fans believe that the magic of American Pickers is gone for good. Whether or not the show can recover remains to be seen. Can American Pickers survive without Fritz, or will it go the way of other long-running reality shows that eventually fade into obscurity? The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The loss of Fritz has left an irreplaceable void on American Pickers, and the show may never be the same again. Since Fritz was fired, American Pickers ratings have suffered significantly. The network has now declared that it will not be airing this week's episode. Is the long-running television show coming to an end? To find out, Pickers player Fritz was admitted to the hospital in July following a stroke. His friend called 911 after discovering him on the floor of his Iowa house. Bill Fritz, Frank's father, contacted the son to certify that his son was in stable condition. According to a second insider who spoke to the Quad City Times, Frank was angry that the media had learned of his physical condition. In spite of this, he is cheerful and keeps getting better every day. Although co-star Mike Wolfe admitted that there have been rumors regarding his relationship with Frank, he did not wish to discuss them at this time. It's time to offer up prayers for my friend. Frank is in the hospital after suffering a stroke, he said in a statement. The two had never been buddies, according to fans who were quick to criticize Mike for being phony. For years, the two have been publicly at odds. Frank was feeling a little messed up after being dismissed from the program and having back surgery. Frank took offense that Mike never made contact. Now, their conflict and fans are furious with the network's decision to remove Frank from the show, and Americanpickers ratings are suffering as a result. Producers have attempted to replace the vacuum on the show with Robbie Wolf since removing Frank. Fans, on the other hand, have expressed their feelings about Robbie publicly. The majority of people find him dull to watch, even though they think he's probably a decent guy. Frank, Mike, and Danny are essential to the show. Stop altering it, an admirer commented. Many have demanded that the network bring Frank back, and many have chosen to completely boycott the show until they do. Ratings have plummeted as a result of this. Many have stated that unless Frank is there, they will not watch the latest program. The network said that it would not be releasing a new episode of Americanpickers this week, despite viewers anticipating episode 30 of season 23 tomorrow. This comes after September 17's lowest-rated episode in the series' history. Given the show's waning popularity, they might decide to cut back on next episodes. For now, viewers can anticipate that the History Channel will broadcast the next